Hello, my name is didnt, and today we will be doing a bit of coaching. We'll be looking at a game of Hollywood played by Andromeda Overwatch, a little esports team that I'll be coaching over the next couple of weeks and months. This was a scrim, so these players are two teams, and we're going to be going over some of the strategies, plays, misplays, and we'll help them go along, explain what they did wrong, what could they improve, and we'll be starting off looking at starting positions for our blue team Andromeda. So as you can see, they are running a typical Rhine Zarya type comp with a Pharmacy Pocket and a Hanzo Ana. So what is really good about this comp is that these two characters work really well, then these two characters work really well, and then we have also these characters working really well together. The Ana is just a bit out of place. It's fine though, because Ana is just, in general, a very good support. On the enemy team, we have a Rhine D.Va type comp, which D.Va is really good at contesting high grounds like this one or this one. Just these two buildings in general can be contested by D.Va very easily, which is quite nice. Then they're gonna have a tracer, which is probably gonna flank somewhere around here, like around this building. Could also move through here, through connector, to flank from this side, or just in general, like try to blink around you, pressure you. Then they'll be having the McCree, which is going to poke spam you from range. So when they start engaging through here, McCree will start firing down through choke. And then once they get through choke and this position from Tracer becomes occupied as well, and you will be standing somewhere around here, setting up your shield, the McCree can still rain down on you, go up here on high ground, and just start spraying down on you, together with maybe even D.Va. We don't know that yet. Lucio is just a very good choice, which you could have made too. You could have played a Lucio instead of the Ana, because speed boost is very powerful when running a Rhine style comp. Like, these heroes work really well together. The Nano is going to provide a quick Shattered Axes for a Reinhardt here. And Rhine Shatter combo with Dio Bomb is also pretty nice. So we're going to be seeing a bit of that, probably. You on defense, as Reinhardt, you want to be holding corners. So you can hold this corner or this corner. Just standing at a corner, swinging around it, will make it so that you stand in cover, but your hammer damage will pressure them. You can also later retreat to this corner right here, where you then have the holding position of here, occupying basically this entire space around cart and this frontal space. Again, like standing around the corner, swinging around the corner. For your Pharmacy, they will probably be occupying skies. So you can use buildings like these or this one as your cover while flying around the general area. And use it to either poke over and shoot the enemy which will be coming through here, or you can later on when they get through, you can play around the buildings. Like when you will have your holding position about here, you can then go and maybe still play around the areas like this one, but you shouldn't really. You can also like fly all the way in the back line, creating some space, or you can flank them from here and shoot down on them from different angles depending on where you need to shoot at. They could be when they, you know, when they go this way, you can just still fly, because you can fly over this building. You can spray down on them if they go for this route, you know. So this is the general areas you want to be occupying as Farah, depending on where they go. For your Hanzo, you have easy high ground access, so you want to be taking this or this high ground down here. This is just easy space for you, these areas. You can just freely spray down onto the enemy. Like, while the enemy might push through these areas, you can just shoot from the high ground, which will give you an advantage. Or when the enemy starts pushing you towards point, you can also still pressure them from above, or you can reposition to another high ground, spraying them from there. You want to be playing high grounds because generally the only one who can get to you is their diva or flankers like Tracer by going like a around route, or the diva just by flying up to you. If that's the case, you need to be retreating, try to get to your team, try to call out when they do it. For your Ana, same thing applies. You want to be playing angles where you cannot be shot at that easy. So if, for example, your Reinhardt is occupying this corner, you can play all the way back here or on a high ground position, because it doesn't matter, you will have sightlines towards the Reinhardt. And as long as he gets healed and you cannot be flanked or shot at, it's a good position. Same applies for example, when you occupy this high ground, it's not that nice, because if you get flanked, or if the diva dives you, you can still retreat, but you're always open for their poke damage, which will be coming in from here. So that's a quick rundown for the defense. So I want to see Rhino play corners. I want to see Hanzo and Ana maybe occupying high ground, playing Ana out of sidelines, Hanzo peeking sidelines, so you can like get a cheeky kill off maybe. Farah's also one that can be peeking sidelines, not constantly standing sidelines, so I want to have her use the cover. For Zarya, of course, looking to bubble Reinhardt. When he's taking a bit of more aggressive angles, like if he pushes in front of the corner, you want to, of course, bubble him and support him in any way possible. Also, the Zarya is there for when, for example, Hanzo is on this high ground and gets dove on by the diva. You can, of course, when you're holding down here, you can projective bubble him so he doesn't die, and he can then use his jump to escape this situation, so he's safe then. We'll be seeing how this will play out once we start playing it, but that's the general idea of how this game is hopefully gonna work. So I will be continuing this gameplay now, and we see what you do. So the enemies start pushing down main. like I predicted. Farmer, she's playing around building. The Rhino charges in. Okay. So, let's see. What happened? I don't know about your Zarya's positioning. So, let's take a look. Your Zarya is... your Zarya is all the way back here, while your Reinhardt is all the way up front. You kind of want to be playing together. I don't know. Also, I don't know why you used self-bubble there. I didn't really see the pressure. Where's she on at? There. The Anna is trying to heal your Rhine. The Mercy is not connected to Farah anymore. It's kind of weird. Your Hanzo is shooting down main, which is fine. They're just pushing through the main choke. And I think they will be rivaling your Rhine here. So what you want to be doing as a Rhine is not stand in the open. You want to be taking this corner and swing around it, while also shielding here. So your team can play back in this area or more to the side, like where they're at right now, and they're quite safe. What your team could be doing is your Hanzo, for example, could be going up and shoot down on them as he pleases, because he has the high ground position. So when their diva tries to do anything, their diva is going to be trying to maybe fly up, but when she does, your Hanzo has jump, so you can just back out whenever he wants to. So cooldown guys, don't use bubble if you don't get pressured. There's no pressure, nobody's shooting you. There's no reason to bubble yourself. We go on. So yeah, I get the thing that I predicted happened. So you can see the Rhino is low, which is nice. You can engage on them. But you know what happened? Maybe you didn't realize, but see the Tracer? The Tracer is doing the exact flank I said. She's gonna go around, and she's gonna be pressuring somebody that's low. So nobody knows that she's back there. Otherwise you would be turning around the moment you see her later, okay? So if you see her, you'll be turning around, hopefully. And you'll hopefully survive this. So what you can see is your Reinhardt should be going forwards. Maybe that's a bad color. Reinhardt should be going forward, pressuring their Rhine because he's antied. This is a free kill. That's like 2 swings and a fire strike. Or like 1 swing and a fire strike, even. And he's dead. This is like 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 HP. So yeah, 1 swing, 1 fire strike, he's dead. The Rhino is low, which doesn't really matter. The diva is not taking high ground, which is fine. So we will be going on. I hope you turn around for Tracer. I hope you push this Reinhardt. We will see what you will do once I resume this play, and we will go from there. So yeah, your Reinhardt has brain. He's going to push their Reinhardt, and their Reinhardt backs off. The diva is defense matrixing so that you cannot fire strike him, and they're out. So what you want to do is the corner you're at right now, you don't want to overextend it because you yourself are half HP. What you want to do is hold the corner and probably not push farther forwards. Their McCree is out of position, so maybe your Hanzo's gotta get a pick on him, which I hope he does. Your Pharaoh could also spam the McCree. Like, the McCree is way out of position. He's a free kill. Okay, he's going really quickly back. That's fine. So, holding corners, this is fine. The Reva's taking the high ground I talked about earlier. The question that I have is, where is the Tracer? The Tracer's all the way behind now. She went the full route all the way behind you guys. So she might be coming through the back. So she might be coming through here. And will try to spray on you. Or she will go back, maybe, to try and get on you. Your Hans is quite low. That's fine though. The Diva took the high ground position I talked about earlier. So you can technically pressure as Hanzo as long as you use cooldowns. So what your Hanzo can do here is go on the high ground, get a bubble from your Zarya, or a pocket from the Mercy, or your Pharah can just fly up and wreck her day. This is not a character anymore. If you push her, she's dead here because she flied up. She doesn't have a cooldown to save herself except for defense matrix, which she's using right now. So you can basically just kill her right there. That's a free kill. Like, look out for people using cooldowns and being out of position all the time. And you still haven't noticed maybe that the Tracer is behind, which is kind of weird. Because they've been fighting you 5v6 this entire time. The Tracer is doing nothing, so you should know that somebody's missing at least. I don't know how you will react on that, but usually you should know. So yeah, that was a free kill. The Mercury used flash, but that's not gonna save him. The Diva backed off, which is fine. The Tracer is still behind looking for a pick, not shooting once. And she's probably not gonna push until somebody's really low. Just gonna finish somebody. Rena's playing corner, which is nice. I'm gonna disable overlays again. So okay, this is where the Tracer goes. This is where the Tracer engages. Okay, the Tracer engaged when nobody was there. That's one of the worst plays you can do. Your Ana turned around, your Zarya turned around. I don't know why your Hanzo is way up front, but that's fine. That's fine. I don't know, you're giving up space. So you're giving up space. Your Rhine is all the way back here. Why is he there? He can be holding this corner for free. Still, this doorway is not really a problem, because if they start pushing through this doorway, you know that if they're pushing through this doorway, so you can always rotate back. I don't know why you're all the way back here. Stay at the corner. The corner is free. The Tracer is now behind. You know the Tracer is behind. So you know this Tracer is behind because your Zarya knows she's behind. As soon as your Zarya knows that she's behind, she can communicate that she's behind. So you have the information. At least you should. So your Hanzo's taking high ground, that's kind of nice. Tracer's going again. Tracer's going again, pressuring your Mercy, and you gave up the free space. You gave up the corner, the free space we talked about earlier. Positioning is still okay. I don't know about the random Mercy's positioning, so the Ana positioning. I would rather hold on high ground. And she's actually, you know, the Tracer's actually maybe shooting your Ana instead. No, she's definitely shooting the Mercy. Okay. Your Pharah is very aggressive here. There is a free kill. I just noticed there's a free kill. So your Pharah might finish that off, perhaps. She misses the rocket, unlucky. They are pushing onto you. Ooh, that's bad. You're in front of the corner, that's bad. The Rhine is nanoed. Is he running have pin? Does he run have pin? Counter charge it. Counter charge it. You can counter charge it. The widow is also low still. So the widow is still low. You can counter charge this for free. Anything else? The counter charge is a free kill on Rhine. The widow is maybe pressurable by your Pharah if she goes over the roof of the middle building. The honor positioning is still kind of weird. It's fine though. So yeah, you counter charge him. He's a free kill. He'll die. He didn't die because okay. He didn't die because of the defenses he gains from Nano and the nade. That's fine though. So yeah, Rhine is anti-tier. You can engage. You must use Velk. You're bubbled. There's no follow-up though. Your Zarya is playing way too defensively. She could have helped your Reinhardt just by going forward. Your Reinhardt's gonna die here because of it. Because of him trying to chase the kill and having no backup. Your Pharah is taking big health. Well. I'll be honest here. The Rhine is still pretty killable. If the Rhine dies here, you have a chance of maybe winning this. So he charges your Zarya? Yeah, your Zarya used projective for herself. Bubble. Rhine is dead. Fine. And you have a kill on the... They killed your Mercy. How did that happen? How did that happen? What happened here? How did the Mercy die? How did the Mercy die? So your Mercy's up. She's down here. She got shot by the Widow and finished. Okay. So Mercy got shot and then finished. Is, you know, unlucky but fine. Your Ana is antied. And they are all naded. Most of them at least. So they're gonna be winning this fight regardless. So now will be the time to not use Barrage. Now will be the time to not use Barrage. Now is a terrible time to use Barrage. Wanna know why? Because it does nothing. It does nothing because everybody is dead. Okay, your both supports are dead. Use Barrage. You're probably gonna maybe kill the Reinhardt. You already killed the Widow. So you killed the Widow using your normal primary fire. The reason you don't Barrage here is if you wait, if you just wait, give up until like here, right? Give up almost most of point, and you just regrouped Because your Mercy's already almost respawned, and your Ana's halfway respawned. So you just wait, and everybody just backs off, and doesn't actually fight this. But then you come back. Your Ana could be coming back with Lucio, for example. You can retake this point maybe. But by using Barrage here, which is one of your ultimates that could have saved you at this point, if it doesn't clutch, which is it's not gonna do, right? It's not gonna clutch because the Tracer's looking at you. The Reinhardt knows you're there because you're barraging him. The Lucio already looks at you, and the Ana's around to come around this corner and shoot you as well. So because they all retreat to kill you, this barrage was useless. You should have just waited, backed off, and you could have just given up most of point. If everybody backs off, you might have a recontest, and if you have a recontest and have ultimates, which they also have, right? They have ultimates. That's why I say you only have a chance of winning this fight. It's because when they all get back, right, to point, they have 3 ults. You have effectively a combo that can kill them, even through beat. So you might still win this fight if you didn't use Barrage here. Because you could also use Barrage in this fight that you are trying to retake point. Too long didn't hear, didn't read. Don't use ultimates when the fight is over. Just back off. Could have just been you didn't know the fight was over, but it was when both your supports died. Okay, good. Then we go on. So you die, and they take point. So you ran into the mistake here. You charge back in. You know, not that great of a play. You just charge into point, especially if you like 1v5 charges in or 1v6. That's not an ideal play. Yeah. So we only will be discussing this first point for now, as probably this video is already pretty long, as if I know. We will in the next video discuss your attack on this point. Okay, very cool. I'll see you in the next video. This was didnt, explaining some basics about this first capture point on defense, and I hope this helped for now. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Smile.